Coming up on today's episode of Airborne-Unlimited, RCAF cancels CF-18 Hornet demos for 2025. Former Transportation Chair resumes push for ATC separation. Air Force awards first Silver Star to female airmen. Welcome to Airborne Unlimited. I'm your host, Holland Blee. Let's get into today's stories. RCAF cancels CF-18 Hornet demos for 2025. The Royal Canadian Air Force announced it will stand down its typical CF-18 Hornet demo team in 2025 due to its imminent fleet transition to the CF-35A aircraft. The Royal Canadian Air Force is on the cusp of a period of modernization not seen since the Second World War. This period will impact nearly every fleet of aircraft and all members of the organization. The RCAF's fighter force is no exception as it transitions to the fifth-generation CF-35A. A statement reads, quote, "To commit more resources to the transition for the 2025 airshow season, the RCAF will not stand up its typical CF-18 Hornet demo team, but will instead showcase a small number of non-aerobatic tactical demonstrations. These demos will be carried out by our highly skilled and trained CF-18 pilots from squadrons in Cold Lake and Baggaville, operating gray paint scheme CF-18s from the inventory available at the time of each airshow. To limit the impact on the fighter force, it was also decided that the CF-18s will only attend a limited number of Canadian airshows during the 2025 season. The RCAF remains committed to showcasing the talent, expertise, and dedication of its members to the greatest possible extent, and looks forward to continuing its long and enduring relationship with the airshow community." End quote. After the break, Air Force Academy Hotel brings in FlightSims for guests.
Looking for a new generation of proven and efficient aviation power plants that boast modern engineering, electronic ignition, and both direct and gear drive systems? With 100 horsepower to 240 horsepower, the Skyline and Redline engines offer uncommon value in an overpriced industry. Whether you are looking for fixed wing or rotor, MW Fly Americas has been established to service the American market with dedication and expertise. MWFlyAmericas.com.
Welcome back. Now let's take a trip around the patch for some shorter stories. Air Force Academy Hotel brings FlightSims for guests. The U.S. Air Force Academy is installing 3 flight simulators, 2 representing F-16 Fighting Falcons and 1 acting as a Boeing 737 MAX cockpit in its guest hotels. These devices will be the first simulators to be offered in a U.S. hotel. Hotel Polaris, located in the Air Force Academy campus in Colorado Springs, opened to the public recently. It already bears a heavily aviation-based theme, housing 375 rooms, an outdoor pool, a sun deck, a spa and fitness center, and a rooftop lounge called the Aviator Bar. Textron delivers Medevac-equipped King Air to Peru. The Peruvian Air Force took delivery of the first of 2 multi-role Beechcraft King Air 360 CHW aircraft. The King Air 360 CHW is equipped with a cargo door and outfitted for heavyweight operations. The second aircraft is expected to be delivered in 2025. Bob Gibbs, VP of Special Mission Sales for Textron Aviation, said, quote, "The King Air 360 CHW delivered to the Peruvian Air Force for aeromedical evacuation, can also execute troop and cargo transport, command and control, and many other missions." End quote. University of Dubuque upgrades aviation program. The University of Dubuque announced substantial upgrades to its Aviation Learning Center and flight ramp. These improvements were revealed during the UD Aviation Program's 50th anniversary celebration. UD's aviation program currently includes 3 major minor opportunities: applied aviation technology, aviation management, and flight operations. It launched in 1974, running on 2 aircraft and 35 students. As of January 2025, the department will operate 31 Cessna 172s, 3 Piper Seminoles, and 2 Gimbal Cabri G2 helicopters. So far, the program has produced 1,300 graduates. Trump's transportation secretary pick stirs drama. President-elect Donald Trump recently named Sean Duffy, a former congressman and current TV co-host, to be his pick to become Secretary of Transportation. Duffy's limited experience and aviation resume have generated concerns in leading industry groups. Duffy served in the House of Representatives for almost 9 years and was a part of both the Financial Services Committee and the Insurance and Housing Subcommittee. He jumped out of politics in 2019 and became co-host of Fox's business talk show, The Bottom Line. That's it for today's trip around the patch. Let's get back to the rest of the news. Former transportation chair resumes push for ATC separation. Bill Schuster, former chairman of the House Transportation and Infrastructure Committee, has reintroduced his push to separate ATC and state. If President-elect Donald Trump revives his old policy platform, Schuster's dreams might just come true. During the creation of the 2018 FAA reauthorization bill, Schuster proposed that the agency's power over air traffic control operations should be transferred to a nonprofit organization. He cited the need to modernize technology, improve efficiency, and reduce bureaucratic delays. Schuster argued that a privatized system funded by user fees instead of federal taxes could better secure aviation stakeholders and accelerate the implementation of next-generation technologies. Though the FAA would still have oversight over ATC under Schuster's bid, lawmakers found the idea too controversial and removed it from the bill. They worry that such a move might prioritize large airlines' interests over smaller airports and rural communities, potentially increasing costs for passengers and limiting access for GA users. Donald Trump's previous policy proposals agree with Schuster. In 2017, he expressed that the current FAA-run system is outdated, calling it stuck painfully in the past and antiquated. Trump has emphasized that separating ATC from the FAA would allow for quicker adoption of advanced technologies, such as satellite navigation and digital communication. Much of the aviation industry thinks otherwise. After these messages, Air Force awards first Silver Star to female airmen.
Backcountry flying to us is our playground. For us, it's how we access the things we like to do. It's just our lifestyle. We exclusively use the Hartzell Voyager prop, and it's proved to be just a great combination for what we do. What it's doing, it's helping us all have better performing airplanes. Man, it feels a lot better clearing trees by 50 feet versus 20 feet. I don't ever see myself not flying.
Meet the first of a new generation of the M-Class family. The M700 Fury. An aircraft worthy of the name, an indomitable force. The M700 Fury transcends traditional limits. With more power, blistering performance, a finely appointed interior, and the luxury of what matters most. Time. Experience the Fury. Join the legacy.
Welcome back. Air Force awards first Silver Star to female airmen. The U.S. Air Force recently awarded a Silver Star to a female airman for the first time. This recognized Captain Lacie Hester's contribution to the elimination of 80 Iranian drones that were used in Iran's invasion of Israel in April. The Silver Star, which is the third highest U.S. military combat decoration, was presented to Hester at a ceremony at Royal Air Force Lakenheath on November 12th. Also awarded a Silver Star was Major Benjamin Irish Coffey, Hester's pilot, for coordinating the two-seat fighter mission. Other service members involved in the sortie were awarded 6 Distinguished Flying Crosses with the Valor device, 4 Distinguished Flying Crosses with the Combat device, 4 Distinguished Flying Crosses, 2 Bronze Stars, and more. Captain Lacie Sonic Hester is an F-15E instructor weapons system officer from the 494th Fighter Squadron. Receiving the Silver Star made her the first female Air Force member and 10th female overall to accomplish such a feat. Hester earned the award through her life-saving actions on April 13th. On that night, Iran fired over 300 drones and missiles towards Israel to avenge one of their commanders who was killed. The 494th and 335th Expeditionary Fighter Squadrons were sent to assist the Israeli military in destroying the weapons. They flew 14 sorties and alongside Patriot air defense missiles, were able to shoot down 80 Iranian drones. And that's our show for today. You can catch episodes of Airborne on YouTube, Roku, or Fire TV. Just search for Aero-News or Airborne. And don't forget to follow us on social media. Thanks for watching.